Surge America coming at you. Boom. I am sick. I thought it was just allergies last Wednesday. So as we creep up to this Wednesday, I realize I probably caught the cold or flu or whatever my wife had. Uh, and of course, being a guy, I take it, of course, twice as bad as she does. My wife kicks ass. I'm a baby. But anyway, comics. Uh, since I'm sick, sitting at home, on my days off, even though I had to go and do a whole bunch of other stuff. Superman Volume 2, Trials of the Super Son. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people out there have been talking about it. Superman has been great. I definitely enjoyed it, especially being able to read it on my Hoopla app. So, it was his interaction with his son and then a little bit of interaction with Damian at the end. It was nice. I probably will read Super Sons when that comes out on digital free for my Hoopla. And keep in mind everything that I say beyond my drug-infused haze that it gets out of. A lot of this I judge, I'm not paying full price per issue. I'm not paying full price per trade. I'm getting it free digitally on this, so a lot of it is, what do I think of a book that I have no financial vesting into? So, that being said, Deathstroke, Volume 1, I really enjoyed it. During the New 52 run, he was almost regenerating like Wolverine or Deadpool or whatever. I mean, I argued with a friend of mine, Russell, about this, and one thing, he said it looked like it was just colored wrong. I believe part of his head got shot off, and he was still able to walk a couple blocks to get to a safe zone, and I was like, that was it. I was done within one or two issues. This one was really nice. I like the inclusion of his daughter Rose. I always thought she was a very good character. Um, I was a little apprehensive about the idea that he thinks things out as far as Batman, and then maybe, of course, since it's his own book, a little further than Batman. So I wasn't really overly excited by that idea on it, because I would think he's more of a spur of the moment kind of guy. But I don't have a huge breadth and depth of Deathstroke, so but I definitely have to say, for of course a free trade, it was a very excellent book. I enjoyed it. Art was very nice. Um, I was also able to read Aquaman Volume 1, The Drowning, the idea of trying to create a bridge between Atlantis and land, and that, he has his kingdom, he is a king, and so he needs to create a working relationship. It was very good. I mean, the characterization of Arthur was nice on here. The struggling idea that he is part man, part merman, aquatarian. Not sure what the other half is considered. Um, but it was very interesting. It was good to see, misinterpretations. The power that they actually show that he has, the restraint he has to have. So once again, keep in mind it was a free book. It was an excellent read, so I enjoyed it a lot. Lastly, though, even though it was free, I got the Green Lanterns Volume 1 Rage Planet. So that's Jessica and Simon, the two Green Lanterns. And they're sharing a lantern to, Hal Jordan has got them trying to buddy up and odd couple it. And for me, it just wasn't working. A lot of these, it's, the idea that, the ring chooses them irregardless of their fears, which, the idea of Jessica, acrophobia, the fear of like big wide open spaces, people, that kind of stuff. In Simon's struggle against society, being a Muslim who was accused of terrorism and all that. It was an interesting idea. I just never felt it was there. I felt the writing was just a little thin. And I'm not a big fan of the Red Lanterns, being all rage and all that. There were some interesting points on, are the Red Lanterns redeemable? how does new Green Lanterns step into this? They're rookies, and everybody always wonders where the real Green Lantern is. Little things like that it was nice touches, but even for being a free book, I don't really feel I'm going to read any more of Green Lanterns. I do know a lot of people out there who are just loving it. So for some people, it's definitely hitting the right notes. I hear people that are eating it up. Wednesday's comic podcast, John on Demand. I think they're loving it. It just wasn't connecting with me. So, like I said previously, I've read Action Comics, Wonder Woman, The Flash, Detective. A lot of those I definitely have enjoyed. Um, Off on a side note, I also got Flinch, book number 2. So you can see there, it was just a collection of short stories. Um, it was interesting. I mean, it's definitely some dark, macabre, weird things. So I would definitely recommend Flinch also for anybody that's out there. Once again, keep in mind it was definitely a free book. I was able to Hoopla it. I'm only able to do 5 books now. I believe originally when I started it was 10, and it was down to 7, and I think it's however many licensings the library gets. So I think the more people who get on Hoopla, you get less licenses. So, but DC is one of the few ones that's on there. There's no Marvel, so Marvel, get your act together if you want people to read your stuff. And I do believe every time it's checked out, ideas of proceeds of it goes back to the company, back to the writers, back to the artists. So I definitely hope people get to Hoopla app, enjoy it, read things that they normally wouldn't, and with these every 2 weeks, some of these books that I'm not trying, tons of stuff is getting kicked out. I mean, Constantine's already on here, Hellblazer. There was like 3 or 4, Batgirl, Birds of Prey, and so I had to decide now, which ones I want and don't want. So there's just a ton of these now that are coming through, and if I'm only getting 5 a month, I gotta figure out which ones I want and don't want. So regardless of being free, it's still a choice. So hope everybody out there continues reading. Hope you guys don't catch whatever the heck this is I got. I'm gonna go back and nap. So catchphrase.